And we can begin by taking a deep breath in. Breathing in beautiful rays of green and yellow, entering into the biosphere. From 360 degrees, beautiful green and yellow light, dancing, spinning, into DNA rotations, the double helix oscillations. Opening through the body and going deeper through the layers of skin, through the fascia. Opening spectrums to the tetrahedron, opening forward through plutonic solids, geometric ranges. Through the tetrahedron, we have all points igniting through the flame. Tetrahedron begins to rotate with the golden flame at the top of the tetrahedron of the apex, the blue flame, the yellow flame, and the pink flame. Building forward through the heart conjunction. Tahodra saati tamnaai. Sikirasna shosot. Punai mahakarasna asi. Connecting forward through cellular membranes. To the subatomic range. And to the mineral body. Sarayush musmo otiya kahadrasna is. 3 flames sit through the body. Sanasna asha kutrush sum. Onayama ati parasna asu kutrush sum. As we connect the golden flame into the earth bodies, you can see this as the earth elemental body. So we can be placing a view of a field or whatever feels real to you as a representation of the earth elemental body. To begin to connect and calibrate opening forward through the Merkaba, and as the Merkaba begins to ignite and rotate, each corner of the Merkaba accents with gold, raising and pulsing, releasing out grey tones, where these bodies begin to shed the layers of density, shed the layers of grey through the rotations of the Merkaba star. Sarosh yoso otoponai, nakiresne esetia, teresne esetia. Amnai nana akyatra shasa atapoya. Streaming forward through the vertical axes, white diamond and gold, light inflections, connecting into the vertical axis, releasing out grey tone. You may get tastes of poison or toxins coming through the mouth on the left side at the moment. More so towards the left nasal passage at the back of the throat. Sakudra sasa ashasa atin, nikieresna aswotoi. Just know this is a part of the detoxing process of the divine feminine. Merging into the pivot point through the solar plex and expanding into the horizontal axes. Sararasna shakya rasna ese payanti tarasna amso kutrush. Lifting annihilations of grey matter trapped through the horizontal axes. Releasing out density through the horizontal as we open through the intervention, connecting in the Elohai, the source angelic, opening forward through the tree of life, releasing syncopation from the harmonics. And here I'm seeing a kind of runic seal placed over the throat of the divine feminine body. And as I'm tuning into this seal, there is a very, very dark attribute to it. And I'm feeling very much pain in the head as I'm connecting into this. So we ask for the antidote to release and understand what this seal is all about. Okay, this thing is making me feel really sick. I feel like it's something to do like a clasp that is closing out the throat chakra, like the voice of the divine feminine, which is anchoring into the brain, almost like a type of mind control, and it's going into like a repression or an oppression embedded through the solar plex. Ponai na kieresne esetia teshme et preciositia akotrosum. And here at the back of the crown, there is a stream of golden light of the Elohai coded with angelic frequency bands to enter into the crown, releasing through the mind, opening through the mental field, through the thought processes, looking almost like a black root or multiple black roots that's filtering into it's like a distortion pathway that's disconnecting the higher mind from connecting to the grounded perspectives, the grounded reality. So as this light is coming in, I'm seeing it begin to recoil. My body's getting very hot. And I can see the hands of the source angelic coming forward now and twisting the front of this seal. And as they twist, it feels like a very, very tight lid on a jam jar, releasing that first bit of pressure, where the gasp of air, the breath of the I am, engages, opening the chest, opening the lungs as this coiled root begins to pull itself back. The release of tentacles, loosening through the jaw, loosening through the tongue. There's some kind of Luciferian model because I can see the seven-headed dragon coming forwards now. With the lifting elations through the stomach, through the solar plex. And I feel like I'm kind of ready to be sick. So if you're breathing through this now and you do feel a little bit nauseous, just continue to breathe. All is well. Opening through the chest, opening through the heart. And we tune into where exactly within the grid spectrums, within the grids on the earth, this implementation has been planted. Sarashasum hokotrasna idea. And I'm very strongly being pulled into the Swiss Alps or Austria kind of area here. And what I'm seeing through the Alps here is a grid pattern overlaying through the top with of frequency tones of a really dark grey to black. And as I'm looking in, there is a really bright aqua to green light that's sitting over in a kind of sphere formation. That as I look into this, the green light begins to connect in to this location. And I'm also being drawn to, is it Lake Geneva? Yeah, Lake Geneva. And connecting into the water bodies, we begin to build this aqua to green light into the water body to merge through the grid, or through the formation of the arc. And as we get into the water body location, opening forward through omniversal presence, opening through the holographic viewpoints, through the holographic fields, the water body begins to present, and coming through the background, we have the presentation of Cthulhu, the squid-faced entity. And we can see this as a form of enslavement, as a form of control, as the tentacles begin to release from the water body, the repression and oppression of the feminine. And the Huska Castle is presenting to me as well. Okay. So as we get to the water body, with the other locations in our knowing, in our viewpoints, a very painful left eye as well. So it's distortion of the viewpoints, the perceptions of the reality. We begin to patch in the locations of this seal through the second astral body, coming in between the high heart and the throat. I think connecting into the thyroid here. The source angelic Elohai place golden feathers to align through the vertical axis, connecting into this body, into this area of the body. And now some of you may feel quite a heaviness over the throat and over the heart, or in between the high heart and the throat. This is just a progression of movement. It's coming right into the back of the head as well. They begin to twist and pull, releasing this seal implant from all spectrums of the body. The white diamond cyclone of light moving through the water from the base of the earth, connecting up through 13 chakras, through the firmament, and to the cosmic body. Connecting in through Solaris, aligned directly above, arcing into the cosmic body, solar arc lights, through photonic frequency charge, to harmonize and blend into the water body and the water basin. Releasing out hybridization from the emotional body, as we begin to see the presentation of the owl being an overlay for the extraterrestrial. Releasing out anti-life matrices, releasing out implant distortions of the water body, releasing out doubts, releasing out disbeliefs. And as we begin to look through this water body in the purification, we see the white flower, the white chrysanthemum, spinning through the center point of this body. Releasing out metal tones. Streaming art connection. To the diamond core of the earth, where we begin now to release through the diamond. Tentacles departicularize. This seal contraption over the high heart throat area dissolving and releasing through the boundaries. Restoration of the emerald tones. Releasing depletions, restoring depletions. Beautiful sapphire blue tonal crystal light connecting through the blue ranges, restoring depletions. Drawing up Gaia energies through the body, through the earth elemental, through the water body, as they begin now to arc to one another and connecting into the earth grids. Beautiful magenta tones connecting through the intervention into the earth grids as they begin now to lift, to release. These hybridized wounds, releasing these ranges to anchor back in. Cylinders of magenta light from heaven's gate to the earth, ready to anchor. Through the body to the earth, blending and merging with the diamond geometry at the core of the planet, as she updates through the geometric grid patterns, updating through the crown, undulating beautiful tones of magenta through from the core, through the layers of the earth, connecting to the inner earth grids and into this Huska castle. Into the lands of the lay, restoring codes through the sacred sites, through the religious bodies of degradation, of distortion, releasing out the lie. And as we're looking to these religious bodies, these religious structures, I'm actually seeing like the source angelic of the angels of the intervention standing around these bodies. Again, I'm feeling very sick at this point now as they bring in golden light to merge into the pink, into the magenta through these bodies, and the buildings begin to shake and break almost, as though when a snake were to shed its skin or a crumbling rock face was to fall, the building structure is falling and rising upwards. Releasing out checkerboard mutations from these locations. And these buildings begin to turn to crystal from stone. The stone releases, the crystal builds through. Connecting through the ley lines of the UK. And it's like these ley lines running through these fields and hills. I can feel the earth breathe once again. Releasing out the enslavement codes of these lands. Releasing it's like releasing captivity from the lands. I really do feel a big movement of freedom. And it's quite funny because tomorrow is the 4th of July, Independence Day. I just clocked that then. Holding that energetic frequency of independence. So we can take this through the lands of the UK and see this running over the entirety of the globe, moving through horizontal first, updating through the horizontal axis. We see the lands through the United States, Canada, South America, the Middle East, the EU, Africa, North and South, Australasia, and Asia, and anywhere else if I have missed. Expanding over the Earth globe and the lands illuminating gold, restoring to sovereignty. Sarashasa otarasni ikiam namayotus. Restoration of autonomy, releasing enslavement. As these grid lines move north and south to the Arctic and the Antarctic, connecting into the vertical axes of the Earth, emerging, updating through toroidal fields as we reframe and merge the human with the planet, updating both toroidal fields at the same time, connecting to the cellular body, merging the sun, sunshine expansion, photonic light through the earth, through the bodies. Releasing out all grey tone. Releasing out expectation, releasing out dependencies. The golden feather falls and connects into the solar plex. Updating through the Buddha, connecting into the tree of life. As we run the structure sequence now, restoring all damage to the crystalline tree. Magenta tones. Golden tones, expanding of the source core and bringing that source core from through all levels, all layers of light, connecting through the branches of the tree of life, raising up through the subatomic levels, through the mineral, connecting into the cellular, through the nervous system, through the biotissues, the trigger bodies, the hormonal bodies, dissolving out the grey tone, dissolving out the black. Through the organs, through the mental body, as we move now to merge the emotional and the mental body together as one. Connecting to the Heaven's Gate, climbing the crystal stairs. Lifting, elation, expansion as we walk through Heaven's Gate. Releasing from the throat as we move through. Updating to the prophecies. As you read from the book and receive the code encryptions for your upgrades. Ayatrasha samnama ataporasna usukuturasni itia. Teresh mesni ikirasnam nama ataporasna utapuyan. Opening through the Akash, Sakura Shasa ataporasna atapunai. Lifting out these lessons of enslavement, the memories of enslavement and control. Sariash masma atarasna okutroso sompo yeni etirisni esitianana eati asma osokotos. Sokarasha saatinesni etibrisni etiana anama kotroson. Dissolving the many contracts. As if through golden particles, these pages just begin to dissolve. And through the body. The wounds and expressions lifting. connecting the sword of truth through the body, through the solar plex, through the heart, into the pineal gland, through the throat. This blue sword illuminating with magenta codes, activating through the body. Releasing all to the boundaries. Updating alchemical joins. Updating through the ormus. The base light alchemy. Begin now to update through all levels, all layers of light, re-arcing through all bodies, re-arcing through all fields, updating the fields, updating your localized grids, re-arcing through the apotheosis as we bring back the apotheosis light to the body, activating integral structures. It looks like I can see the light body completely filled with codes. Connecting in Arcturian ranges. And the galactic councils of light. The golden light of the event horizon shining through the body, dissolving all grid patterns, gridlock. Through the structure of the 144, dissolving out the metal. Reclaiming the knowing and the understanding of which direction to move in. Updating through the blueprints, through the perfecti. Releasing anger. We go now to seal through all levels, all layers of light. Sealing forward, through and through the I am. When you're ready, you can come back around.